Pick 3 is brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SBNNFL for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SBNNFL only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. I already mentioned him, and Justice didn't love it, but I told you guys I kind of like Ben Roethlisberger's value this week. He's only 5,600. It should be a favorable passing matchup against the Titans. They've been burned by opposing wide receivers all year long. And, when Chase Claypool isn't wasting time at the end of football games, he's still a really talented pass catcher with some high upside. And we know Deontay Johnson is a stud who's like a lock for 10 plus targets. So I actually like Ben Roethlisberger this week at that price tag. And I think he's got a chance to really turn things on here as the Pittsburgh Steelers are trying to sneak into the playoffs. So he's got multiple touchdowns in 4 of his last 5 games, and it feels like a good matchup. So I am putting Ben Roethlisberger in my lineup this week. My pick 3 running back, James Robinson. It's only $5,400. I know he's been a major letdown over the last couple of weeks. This is really about Urban Meyer being out. James Robinson's going to be one of the most chalk plays on DraftKings this week, I would have to imagine, because everybody's predicting this breakout game now that Darrell Bevel's calling the shots. Urban Meyer's out in Jacksonville. And you know what? I'm jumping aboard the train. I am going to help collectively force a James Robinson blow-up game. It's a fantastic matchup against the Houston Texans. They just got absolutely torched on the ground by Rashad Penny. So I think James Robinson is going to have a monster game this weekend. I think they're absolutely going to feed him, and I think you absolutely have to get him into your lineup. My pick 3 wide receiver is Devonte Parker. The last time I told you guys to play Devonte Parker, he randomly got placed on injured reserve the following day. It was on a Saturday too. He practiced that week. On Friday, I was like, oh, he's set up for a great matchup. And they've been looking at him a little bit more. He's been making some plays down the field. And then on Saturday, they put him on injured reserve and he was out for like a month. He is back now. Jalen Waddle, who has been an absolute stud, one of the biggest bright spots as far as rookie pass catchers go in the NFL this season, was placed on the COVID list. And that means that Parker's got a good chance of being to his top option in a good matchup against the Jets. The Dolphins were also dealing with all 3 of their running backs on the COVID list this week, but it sounds like Myles Gaskin is going to get cleared. It sounds like Salvin Ahmed is going to get cleared. So they'll have those guys available. I think all of that's playing into favor. The Jets are one of the worst teams in football, and the Dolphins are looking to try and stay hot. Parker is dirt cheap at only $4,300 on DraftKings. I think this sets up to be a very big Devonte Parker game, and I think you should absolutely get him into your lineup. Justice, your pick 3 bets of the week.
My first one's going to be a little obvious, and I can't believe this line is what it's at right now. Las Vegas Raiders -3.5 at Cleveland. I had bet, I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, I had bet Las Vegas already on Monday. I like that matchup when everyone was healthy, and now that Cleveland is just getting ran through, I feel even better about the Raiders. I mean, the Browns are openly pandering on Twitter.com to not play the game. I feel like 3.5 point underdogs for a team that actively is saying they don't want to play a game while Nick Mullins is the starter. That there's value there. There has to be value there. Derek Carr might throw for 1 billion yards. I mean, short of Nick Chubb rushing for 180 yards, I can't see a way that the Cleveland Browns end up winning this game. And this is with Nick Mullins under center, the same Nick Mullins who in actual like NFL throws was terrible in San Francisco. What he was able to do is he was able to do a lot of that play action stuff, and they were able to kind of like keep the training wheels on him. But like, if you're down this much firepower, I don't know how long those training wheels are staying on that bike, man. I really don't. My second game, Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville -3.5. One, they get over the hump of Urban Meyer, right? And everyone seems to like Darrell Bevel based off of all the comments they're saying. Like he's the opposite of Urban Meyer. Okay, maybe they rally around him. I mean, it's not like this team has no talent, especially offensively. James Robinson, your pick 3 running back. I feel good about that, man, because like if Jacksonville gets a lead, I don't know if Houston has the firepower to come back. I mean, um, with Mr. Stanford Davis Mills at quarterback, I don't know how many games you like reasonably can be in contention for. I think this is going to be the showcase that might say like, Trevor Lawrence's rookie year, everyone's knocking him down, a peg or two. Trevor Lawrence is getting this head-to-head matchup against David Mills, and he gets to show you why he's Trevor Lawrence and why Davis Mills is Davis Mills. My last pick, Green Bay -6.5 at Baltimore. It just came out that Lamar isn't practicing this entire week, but Harbaugh is saying, it might be a game time decision. Even if Lamar is banged up, Lamar limited on an ankle is a completely different quarterback than healthy Lamar Jackson. And Green Bay is a team that is 11-2 against the spread. My Green Bay Packers, I'm finally taking them. I just think Baltimore is entirely too banged up. There's a very real chance that, like, you look at their offensive line, you look at their backfield, you look at the fact that Chuck Clark, their last preferred starter at safety in the secondary, just got placed on the COVID reserve. There's a good chance their entire backfield on both offense and defense is not playing in this game in terms of their preferred starters, and they're going against a Green Bay Packers team that might have the MVP back to back at quarterback, and a team that's if not the favorites to win the Super Bowl and in Super Bowl contention and deep into Super Bowl contention. So you're giving me less than a touchdown. I'll take that one.